It's Week 15 of the 2030 season. And coming up next, it's the Jets' Offensive Player of the Year. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Jets and the Pats, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
The Jets headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. To the air now on 1st and 10. On the move, headed right. And that's a New York touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically, and a lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Throwing from the gun here. That's complete to Wilson. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field, because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. Oh, nearly reeled that in. As close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Vacates quickly left side. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets take a 13-0 lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
It's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He's running with it. Juke the defender. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. The Jets take their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Forced out to his right. He's got it at the 6. Touchdown, New York. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Jets are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Has his man, it's Corley. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Back now, pressure on its way. Chased out to his right. This is reeled in by Wilson. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
On the move, headed right. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets blowing them out now, 34-zip. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs. Fans being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession.
And he's been more than just his passing touchdowns this season. In fact, you can see it right here. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing scores late in the campaign. Throwing it to start this drive. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Getting out to his left. He's keeping it. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. And I know we're still in the first half, but you look at his totals, Brock. It's looking like 100 yards isn't just a faint possibility. It's almost a certainty with how well he's been mixing some dual-threat reps into his work here. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing it away, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. He's on the move. As the open man downfield. It's a 31-yard play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Well, he sure has come out throwing a good ball today, and the passing game has really been clicking early on thanks to his efforts.
Yeah, his plays really elevated the start his pass catchers have been able to have as a result. And you know what they're all thinking right now? This could be a game where we all get to put up some serious numbers, especially if he keeps throwing it like this.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. Working inside the red zone. He can run it. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
They'll run here. It's Hall. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get more points to end a lopsided first half. Breece Hall with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
They'll throw on first. Forced out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Escapes out to the left. Throwing on the run, deep. Big gain downfield. He has the New York touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Back to throw on 1st and 10. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Second and 10 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Now looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. They'll throw it again. Flush down now to his left. That's caught. He found some space. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 32 on that play. And now they have a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure, Kate. I'm not sure, you're not sure. Everyone in the building is not sure how you can lose the biggest eligible receiver on the field, but that's exactly what the defense just did.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. 1st down from the red zone. Chased out to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Jets piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
First and 10, they're going to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Hauled in left side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. The Jets have the football, and they are in great shape with a sizable lead. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Looking to the air here. Finds him on the crossing route. A lot of mass on the move here. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Jets continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Throwing from the gun. Complete out to the right. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out.
He's got it deep downfield. And in, touchdown, New York. Spread the field and send him all deep, baby. All right, this might be a stupid question, Brock, but what makes that play call successful against an NFL secondary?
Yeah, because 4 verts is good against a college secondary, a high school secondary, a Pop Warner secondary, because it burdens and stresses that defense. And if you got people that can run and you got 4 choices to choose from, oftentimes you'll find one to hit on.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Caught for big yards on the right side. There he goes again. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Jets throwing 6 more on the blowout. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
So it's a road win for the Jets. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign.